Welcome back to Midday on this nice Tuesday afternoon. We start the show with the newest royalty in Kamloops. Welcome, ladies. These are the Kamloops ambassadors, and they were just crowned on the weekend. We have Natalie Pietramella joining us, who is Miss Kamloops, and we have Sarah Roberts on the end here. Sarah, Miss Kamloops Princess, and then we also have Martina Fish, who is also a Kamloops Princess. So welcome, ladies. Congratulations. I know this was quite the preparation for this event, but maybe you can tell us a little bit about the weekend. I'll start with you, Natalie. How was the weekend? How was that big night?
It was lots of fun. There was a lot going on, and we started out with an opening dance, and then there was a few speeches, and we ended with an impromptu question, and we had a promenade in our beautiful gowns. And then,
an impromptu question?
Yes.
What was your question?
It was how 2018 is an election year, so what was one issue that we would all like to see addressed in our community?
And do you get to, that's a great question, first of all, and not an easy one to come up with an answer right off the bat like that. And you don't get to hear each other's answers, though, do you?
No.
No.
Yes, some of us. So the first girl, her name's Liz, she would go, and then after she's done her impromptu question, she would sit on the stage. So depending on the order, I was 4th, Sarah was 5th. So we got to hear some people's, but not everyone's. Natalie was 10 out of 11.
Oh,
so she
only heard one. Were you like, oh my gosh, somebody already said what I was going to say? Like, that would be pretty intimidating.
Natalie said the same as mine. Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
We don't get to hear the question beforehand, though.
Okay.
So it's like
okay. So yeah, you know, I guess there would be sometimes you'd have a duplicate answer and that sort of thing. How did you? So this is. You're obviously a candidate for a certain amount of time, right, leading up to this pageant. So maybe I can ask you, Martina, how did you prepare for the weekend? I mean, what do you have to do?
So
various
the
things,
whole
I'm sure.
Program, the 6 months is all preparing for the last final night, but I know Sarah and I talked on the phone and practiced impromptu questions.
2 hours, really? Questions back and forth, trying to get it like under control. I think we did well.
Yeah.
So is that sort of the I don't want to use the word scary, but is that the hardest part of that night, that impromptu question? You're sort of just dreading it?
Yeah, I would say so, because there's every other part of the program we could prepare for it. We could prepare our sponsor speeches. We could prepare for the knowledge test. There's no way to prepare for the impromptu question. You don't know what it's going to be. So that was what I was most nervous about, because I couldn't have my little plan. I couldn't study. I like having my plans, so I couldn't study, and that made me a little bit nervous.
I think we have some pictures. I don't know if we already threw to them. I wasn't. There we go. Okay, so we stole this off of your Facebook page, off the Kamloops Ambassadors Facebook page. Look how cute you guys look. So this is from the weekend. There we go. We're seeing you guys on your big night. Beautiful dresses, by the way.
Thank you.
How do you become interested in this? In the Kamloops Ambassadors program? I mean, Natalie, was it something you always thought about, something you wanted to do?
Well, when I was younger, I was at one of my first JDRF walks, and I met one of the Kamloops princesses there. And I remember it was such an exciting moment for me, because I had just made a little foam tiara. So I was like, oh my goodness, it's a real princess. So that memory always stuck with me. But I didn't know much about the program itself. And then Martina found out some more information, and she shared it with me. And it sounded like a wonderful program, so I wanted to join it.
I dragged her along, and then we got easy. Like, okay, let's do this.
That's fun that you guys are all friends. You all seem really close already. Oh, that's good. I like that. We're running out of time, if you can believe it. I could sit here and talk to you guys for a lot longer, but ladies, you have a big year ahead. It goes by fast, I'm sure. A lot of responsibilities, learning about Kamloops, volunteering, all sorts of things. I'll ask each of you maybe quickly before we go, what are you most excited or nervous about?
I'm very excited to just be out in the community and be a part of a lot of volunteer stuff and just meet a whole bunch of people in and around our community.
And for you, Martina?
I'm really excited to learn more about Kamloops, because I was just shocked through the program. I've already learned a lot more than I knew, and then traveling around BC and getting to represent Kamloops, I'm so excited for.
Yeah, and you, Sarah?
They both really covered it, but I'm really excited to get to know the community better, really get out there, get to know the people, and I'm also excited to get to know the other ambassadors all over BC. That's what I'm really really excited
And be
about.
role models. I think we're
Yeah,
excited.
role models
Yes.
for other
Yeah.
girls, for young girls. Definitely super important to have that.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for joining us, ladies. You're all so beautiful, and we look forward to seeing what you do over the next year and catching up with you a year from now. Of course, you'll be sitting right here and maybe a little less nervous, but you guys do a great job. You're wonderful. You wouldn't even know you haven't been on TV yet.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. We have more Midday after a break. Stay with us.